What's up, guys? It's Dino from Tin Can Tuners here. Got me a new Lexus. Got it for a good price. It's a factory manual. Got a second owner. The guy said it had a blown up motor. Got it for a low price. And go ahead and show you what we're working with here so you guys know. So it has the legendary Toyota 2JZ engine.
2JZ engine, no shit.
And it's pretty legendary. You may have heard of a Toyota Supra. This is basically a Toyota Supra. It's the legendary 2JZ engine. So, anyways, besides that, you can't kill a legend. So when the guy said it needed a motor, I instantly didn't believe him. I towed it home. I took that old Federated battery there and I put it on the battery charger for about 2 weeks until I was like, all right, that's probably good, and we'll go for it. So I went forward and put the battery in, put the key in it, everything turned on. I was like, all right, so no electrical issues, it's cool. Go to crank, it's cranking just fine, cranking like no issues. I was like, okay, so let's hit some start and spray in this thing. Pop the filter off, start and spray. Shoo-wee! Fires right up. I was like, all right, blown up motor, no good. But so there was supposed to be a whole build series. I was gonna pull this thing out and rebuild it or see if I could rebuild it, but now that it just starts, I guess I'm just gonna start fixing everything else. So step one is probably to replace these gaudy wheels here. I was down here just looking around the car at the common rust areas. And look how clean that is there. Frame rails, nice and super straight. Of course, the little plastics are messed up, and it was a low rider, but I mean, it's pretty dang clean overall. Cat, secondary cat, still there. But something cool I noticed: M85 factory limited slip. That is awesome.
As you can see here, the aftermarket rear sway bar just broke in half. It's been like this since I got it, but I replaced it with a cheap eBay used replacement. Attempted to do a half-ass alignment with a bunch of worn suspension. It didn't work.
Alright guys, so we're going to be tackling this massive oil leaks. I mean, we got oil coming out the front cover here. We got oil coming out here. We got oil coming out down there. So we're going to go ahead and tear this thing down and put a bunch of new parts on it. Little update on the situation here. As you can see, I mean, it's drenched. We got the actuator here, got oil built up in it. Everything. It's just covered in oil, but got it set to TDC. Marks lined up. This one's a little off. Might have to turn it a little more and get this mark to line up, but it's coming along pretty easily here. I had to use a puller on the balancer because it's just real stubborn. Wouldn't come off with the pry bar. Once you do the oil pump, and this is what you got to do, is pull the upper pan off. So this is how it's going. Good thing we did, because this flywheel looks terrible. It's grooved up, and the clutch, it was in backwards. So this was sitting like this with the stub facing out, and it was supposed to be like this. So this thing had a backwards clutch. Maybe that's why I popped out a fourth. Bolts are ground down. Another good reason we pulled the motor out. Rear main seal is definitely pissing. God damn.
OEM brand new oil pumps don't come with any lube in them, so it's recommended you take them apart and put some fresh lube in those things and get everything nice and wet so it doesn't have a terrible dry start when you first start it up. Cleaned it up enough that I cared and went ahead and swapped the spark plugs out. Here's the old ones. Looking pretty doo-doo. A lot of miles in those guys. You really got to complete the job with a fresh set of spark plug wires as well.
Got the time belt on. A lot of misinformation about these dots and these marks on the internet about these. It doesn't matter which one you use. If you use the notches like I am here, you got to make sure this BTC gear is rocked to the right all the way, and that the bottom cam gear is lined up with that notch instead of the dot that's right here, as you can see. Rotated it over, 2 rotations, marks right back where they need to be. Go ahead and pull this pin. And that's it. Time belt's installed. Time to do everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what we're mollywopping with. So we got the harness back on this guy. Half the connectors are broken. We just put them in place the best we could. They're probably gonna have a bunch of 3 million codes on this thing, but hey, we got a yellow 2JZ stamp on the block now. So she's back in there. It's half-assed clean. We got coolant in it. It's not leaking out. That's great. I had to get a new radiator. Other one sprung a leak because it was old as heck. Silicone hoses. Need to zip tie these guys up out of here. I don't have any zip ties at the moment. We'll figure it out. But we're about to give her a first start. Transmission full of fluid. Shifter halfway bolted on. Moment of truth. Let's fucking go. There she is, running nice and smooth. Waiting to pull in here. Great. Well, she's running like a dang top. Minus the exhaust leak, it's kind of annoying. Now I gotta fix this. Gonna go ahead and throw some ball joints on it and swap the new wheels onto it. And keep ignoring the lights on the dashboard. Got the headlights halfway sanded down, but we're gonna go ahead and just take these guys out of here, toss them out of there, and we're gonna go put some fresh eBay headlights in here so I blind everybody on the roads. Bumper just came off with a slight wiggle. Now you got some bolts to take this guy off, and then we can just yoink this thing right on out of there. So we went ahead and yoinked that guy out of there. Here's the original one here. It's full of water. A bunch of water came out of it, and it's completely pretty much destroyed because it's Toyota and it's plastic. But there's the new ones here. Little eBay special eagle eyes. Should look pretty good on there. So go ahead and slap these Johnnies on there, put some new bulbs in it, and see what it looks like. And just like that, new headlights are installed. And cut over here, put a new AC system on this guy. The old one, leaking demon. So, got new lines, new compressor, or condenser, sorry.
new lines, expansion valve, oil. Already got it apart, just put it together here. New expansion valve, ready for a charge. Got the whole front end back together. New condensers in there, new lines. Now that we got some ice cold ACs, you can see the lines are all cold, and just got off a test drive. Drives great, blows cold, it's great. We're gonna go ahead and replace the VVT solenoid here with some junk I got off Rock Auto. I have some random cheap main upstream O2 sensor. So we're gonna throw some shit on here and see if it does anything different.